Here we are getting ready to start our walk through Woodstock, Vermont. And right here we can see this place refers to it as a Philly cheesesteak sub, which means they are not to be trusted. Walking down the street here, there's a lot of different businesses, places you can buy things from. You will certainly see them with a lot of old things. We're told that Gillingham's is a especially good place because they have a traditional general store setup, and we will certainly check in there later and see some of the other things. Yeah, let's go look at, actually, instead of checking in later, let's go look right now. Gillingham and Sons General Store. Looks like a nice collection, a nice combination of some of the standard tourist things that you would expect. Various upscale custom foods, jellies and marmalades and salsas and other things made in the region, but also just some of your standard groceries and items. A nice selection of coffees, other items that you would use every day. And a lot more stuff in there. Local cheeses, various things you could use for cheese boards and certain things like that. Wine in the background, clothing, toys. This is the wine and beer area, a little bit more in here. Most of it, I think, made in the area, but also a lot of the standard brands that you would buy different places. You got soap and shampoo and snack foods and beauty products. Sorry, candles, excuse me, glassware. As I said, a lot of standard home items and food items and candy, but also the specialty items that you would expect to be sold to tourists. Overall, very, very nice place. And that's Gillingham's. Well, I said we were leaving, but here's a whole other section of like work clothes, but also tourist t-shirts and more work gear and ironwork and pet accessories, toys. Well, this is kind of the hardware section with key making and other hardware kind of things. So it really is quite the store. Cool little sign here in town. That drawing there is all done in chalk. And you go around over here on the other side, and there's information about the various architectural styles that you can find here in Woodstock. Greek Revival, Queen Anne, Federal, Italianate, Colonial Revival. And I'm sure there's some other stuff around here too. But a pretty neat little introduction to what's going on in the town with architecture. We're out on a restroom hunt, but you can see that there are a lot of stores along here, just like there were along that other short street. Here's the Welcome Center. Just follow the sign down the alleyway and you come out into an open space, and the Welcome Center is right there. Not much of a shopper, so you won't see a whole lot of videos about the different things, but here's a children's toy shop, which looked pretty interesting through the window, and look at traditional Chinese medicine place. And more stuff down the street. Nice little place you can go and sit down by the creek. It's named Teagle's Landing. And here's the beautiful view of the area. We'll head into this art shop, craft shop called Collective. My wife likes doing crafts, and my aunt So we're not gonna get by without checking out this place. Oh, it looks pretty nice. Looks like it's more selling crafts rather than the things you need to do crafts. So definitely kind of an arts and crafty kind of place with some local pieces for sale. And undoubtedly there's more stuff downstairs.
We're here at Collective, the Art of Craft in Woodstock, Vermont, and we are a collective of 13 member artists, and we each take turns watching over the place, and we have a bunch of guest artists as well that switch out.
Very good, thank you.
Is that good enough?
Perfect. Yeah, we're descending the stairs here down into the basement, and there's a lot more beautiful art down here. Oh, look at these photos and paintings. Some copper plate etchings. A little bit hard to get there with the reflection off the windows, but look at this stuff. These paintings of various barns and things. Make sure you contact Jen Violet if you're interested for those. And lots of other artists here too. I should catch this part of the stairs. They're pretty cool. The natural building in there, the stones remaining from before. And here's a nice collection of clothing I didn't get earlier. Check it out. And once again, we're at the Collective in Woodstock, Vermont. And these are a whole lot of fun. And they're from Wanda. And you can check out her contact information right here. Looks like some of them close up for the weekend. Oh no, it's a store-wide clearance, final sale. I guess they just went out of business. So maybe instead of being Who is Sylvia, it should be called Who was Sylvia? Well, all the best to you, Sylvia. We were told to check out this gift shop, both because the gifts are cool, but also because apparently the back of the gift shop goes out over the water. There's a quick view through the door. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to go inside because it appears they're not open. You can see back there where the porch is built out over the river. In fact, or over the creek. In fact, much of the building is built out over the creek. This place looks really tempting, and I would love to try their maple creamies. And there seems to be people enjoying them. Unfortunately, not on this diabetic diet. And here we have Vermont's oldest independent bookshop. Right next door there was a t-shirt company. We're not going to go in there right now, but going to check this place out.
Yeah,
The wedding I missed.
oh yeah. So you can't miss the baby shower.
I may.
And we're here at the Woodstock Farmers Market, which is actually a grocery store featuring primarily local food, although obviously the fresh seafood is not local because there is no sea that I know of here, in no ocean in the middle of the Vermont mountains. There's the building itself. You can see down the aisles here lots of fresh produce, both local and from around other areas. Pretty typical grocery store fare, but a nice selection of apples with explanations of the apples, and a lot of locally made food, not all that different from what we've seen at some other places, although it's interesting to see that they have Red Hill flour rather than the King Arthur flour that we've seen other places. So a pretty typical, as I said, grocery store, but with an emphasis on produce, and especially local produce and other local products like wine and maple syrup and the like. Well, the baked goods appear to be baked in the back, and they certainly look very good. And it's cool to see here that they have different hours during stick season, and stick season is a local thing. And honestly, at one point I knew what it was, but I don't remember anymore. But if you come to the Woodstock Farmers Market, make sure you're aware that there are special hours during the stick season.